because I'm finally home and it makes me so happy. I'm home for a break, so I'm not in Scotland anymore. I'm in the US, which is great. And it's Christmas time and everything's red. My sweater, my room, my face, which maybe not so good, but oh well. But yeah, I'm finally home and I'm hoping I'll be able to do more videos, but that's going to be hard with trying to balance seeing all my friends and all my family and actually reading and then just doing stuff, other stuff. But yeah, so I'm hoping, because I'm home, I'll be able to do more videos and read more and then just do more stuff. But let's see how that goes. This is my first day back, so my goal is to do all that stuff. But let's see if it actually happens. But anyway, other than surprising you in my actual room, I am here to talk about two books by Robert Comier? I think that's how you pronounce it, but anyway. But I do want to disclaim, there will probably be some cursing in this video because I'm not much of a cursor, but this book definitely deserves cursing in it. And let me just preface by saying that we read one of his books in school. I don't know if everybody did this, but it was called I Am the Cheese. I Am the Cheese. That was the name of the book. But yeah, and I read it in 9th grade, so that was a couple years ago, but I still remember feeling so confused throughout the entire books. And then I read a second book by him a couple years ago, and it was the same way where you seem like you're reading a couple of different perspectives that have no connection at all, but then somehow at the end he connects them, I guess. There's no better way to say that, but he brings them together in such a way that you are totally unprepared for. And then usually the books, they have some kind of fucked up storyline. But we'll get to that later. But yeah, my one friend, he actually recommended me reading these books by Robert Comier, and I was like, okay, because I mean, the I Am the Cheese, even though it was really, really screwed up, it was a good book. It was written very well, so I was like, oh, okay, then yeah, I'll read it. Well, with these two books, I honestly don't have other feelings than my mind is blown, and not necessarily in a good way, but yeah. So these books are about bullying, basically. That's what the focus is for the first one, The Chocolate Wars. And let me tell you, it's not just like little bullying that kids sometimes do every now and then. This is hardcore bullying. And not only that, it brings corruption of the school into it. So let me just say, it's a book about these kids who go to a Catholic or some kind of religious all-boys school. And instead of having teachers, they have brothers. Are they priests? I have no idea, but they're called brothers. And you get a whole bunch of different perspectives, but there's only like a couple main people that are really important. And one of them is Jerry Reynolds. He is a freshman, and he is the new kid who's trying to find a place on the football team. And it starts out with it saying something along the lines of they murdered him, and you're like, what? What is happening in this book? It's literally the first line is they murdered him. And I was thinking, because I've read the previous fucked up books by Robert Comier, I was thinking that they actually murdered him. It's not that bad yet, but it's about how he's getting pushed around on the football field, and he's trying to show the coach that he is strong enough to make it onto the team. So it starts out with that. Then we are introduced to other characters, one of them being Archie, who is a little fucker. He is just... I wanted him so bad to get what he was due, because he is in charge of this the closest thing I can compare it to is like a little mafia gang inside of the school where they, I don't know, it's kind of like a mafia gang meets like a fraternity where they haze everybody, because that's basically what he's doing. He is giving assignments to random people that are usually pretty messed up or really mean, and he gives them to people to do, and they have to, well, they have to fulfill it, or else they are just bullied more, I guess. But it all starts out when Archie sees Jerry on the football field, and he comes up with this master plan for him to carry out. And let's see, what else is there? Well, the mafia gang is called the Vigils because they are watching out for the school. Not really. No, they are looking out for their own purposes and intentions and all that. And this book got me so angry, it's not even funny. That's why I'm kind of at a loss for words, because I'm remembering my anger while I was reading it. And it was just, ugh. But yeah, so when Archie gave Jerry his assignment, it was to refuse to participate in a school fundraiser, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but in that school, fundraising was everything. Everybody did it. And even though it was voluntary, you didn't have to do it, everybody still did it. And as is shown, when Jerry does not do it, everything is just fucked up. Everything just completely goes to shit. And that's basically what the whole thing is about. Because Jerry, who is stubborn, as seen in the beginning, because he refuses to be knocked down, even though he is literally pushed to the limits. He refuses to stay down on the football field. He gets up no matter what, but he does the same thing kind of with the chocolates. He was only supposed to refuse to sell them for 10 days. That's what the Vigils said. But he sticks with it because, as he says, he was in it. He has to stick with it now, or else he'll lose to whoever, the man or whatever. But yeah, so he sticks with it, and it just completely messes up the school's, I don't know, like, everyday lifestyle. And just what happens. I don't want to spoil too much because it is an interesting book and you have to read it, and I don't want to ruin the emotions that you will definitely feel. I don't want to ruin that, so I'm trying not to give everything out, but okay. So let's see. Oh, there's also another bad guy other than Archie who I fucking hate, and he was completely horrible. And that was Brother Leon, he was the assistant headmaster of the school, but because of something that happened to the headmaster, which they say in the book was he was getting ill and couldn't teach anymore, or couldn't be the headmaster anymore. But I was starting to feel that maybe Brother Leon poisoned him or something, or tried to get him out of the picture. But anyway, that's just my feeling. It's never confirmed or anything in the books. But that's my feel. That's what I felt with Brother Leon. Like, he would do anything to get power. But yeah, he was just an asshole. He was just, honestly, I was hoping he would also get fucked in the end, but I don't know if it happens. I'm not going to tell you, but hopefully I didn't give it up with that. But yeah, I was wishing the entire time that he would just get what he deserved. And because in the book, he apparently spent too much money on the chocolates, and that's why the chocolate fundraiser was so important, because he needed to get the money back. And he doesn't care about the students, like, and it's to a really bad degree. Like, he would honestly pick on people for no reason. and he would bribe the students and do all that to try to get everything to go his way, which is not good at all. So he was another little fucktard. I just wanted, who else? Oh, more on Archie. I honestly think he's like a freaking psychopath who, again, needs to get what he deserves. But, in the second book, which is a continuation from the Chocolate Wars, he says something that's really important. Because, you know, he is in charge of the vigils. So he is the one who is coming up with all the assignments and picking who needs to do them and how they have to do it and what they're going to do and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, he says something at the end, I think, of the second book to his friend Obi, who's like the note taker of the group, of the vigils. And he says, you know, you guys didn't have to go along with this. I just suggested it. I didn't actually do anything. All of you guys could have just said no at any point, but none of y'all did. Which is very true. So, even though he's an asshole and a freaking psychopath who's just a nasty person, he's completely right. It's not all his fault. It's everybody's fault. And especially like the teachers who are watching and doing nothing. And that's something else I want to point out. I have no idea what the teachers and the parents are doing because there is no interference at all. And the shit that these kids are doing in the book are freaking crazy. It's insane. Like, honestly, I can't even imagine this happening in real life to this extent. I know there's bullying in schools, and that's a very bad thing. Which, that sounds kind of lame, but it's really bad and it's horrible and needs to be changed. But honestly, I can't see it ever reaching this kind of degree of bullying and stuff in real life. And I hope it doesn't, because if it does, then this world is a crazy, scary place. I'm so glad I did not witness any of this in high school or anything, because if I did, I don't know what I would do. I would hope I would stand up for myself, but I kind of feel like I would be too scared to stand up, which it makes me sad, but I think that's what would happen because I am a very shy person. But yeah, again, how does no parents or adults or anybody see that something is going wrong? Because, I mean, even Jared, he would come home getting beaten up, like, with bad physical damage. You could definitely see, or I would imagine you would definitely see. They don't really describe it in the book, but honestly. And then, not even that, just the psychological damage. Because I'm pretty sure, from the beginning of the book to the end, a lot of the kids are acting different, and how do the parents in the book not see that? Because I know if I'm even acting like a little out of the ordinary, my parents are on that. My friends are on that. And I can just be walking around with a normal face and people will ask me what's wrong. Even when I'm not, or I don't think I'm showing anything. So I don't know what's happening in the book with the parents not being there and being vocal or anything. But yeah, I guess that's enough of the first book, although I guess I kind of mixed them together. But for the second book, if bullying wasn't enough, the extremity of the bullying in the first book, they had to add two attempted murders, attempted rape, what else was there? Assault, suicide, and stalking and harassment. This is how fucked up these books by Robert Comier are. But the thing is, you can't put them down. You have to continue reading them and hope that the bad guys get what really they deserve, what should be coming for them. And hoping that someone, a teacher, anything, would see how fucked up the school really is. And that happened in the end of the Chocolate Wars. One of the teachers at the end of the book, when a really big thing happened, which I'm not going to go into because, again, I want you readers to read the book and get surprised like I was. But after that, one of the teachers kind of stood up and said that this is wrong and we have to deal with it. And in Beyond the Chocolate Wars, the second one, or Beyond the Chocolate, we find out that that teacher was transferred to another school. Then they're again showing that Brother Leon is trying to keep the power to himself and not let anyone interfere, and is willing to do anything for that power. And let's see. This is completely just random. But when one of the students threw a tomato at Brother Leon, that just made my time. Made my day, and I literally had to put down my laptop because I was reading it on my laptop as I was still at school. And I'd just be like, yes, finally he's getting something done for his shitty teaching power hungriness. It just made me happy. And then, yeah, like I said, these books are so horrible and graphic, and you honestly don't know why you're reading it. But they're written so well, and just the way that Comier, just how he twists the perspectives and makes it so you see it from different people's point of views, and how they fit together, that's just, he's really good at writing. I just wish he didn't write about topics that were so fucked up, or to the extent of fucked uppery that he does. Because honestly, it's, you thought you knew bullying, which I guess I can't really say, because I mean, I don't know if you've ever been bullied or anything, or to what extent, but I thought I knew bullying, or what bullying could be, how bad it could be. These books go way beyond it. It's honestly, I hope to God that nobody has gone through this kind of shit before, because honestly, it's really bad. It's really bad. And I know I'm kind of laughing, but I do that kind of sometimes when I'm trying to be serious. I can't really be serious without not being serious. That makes sense. But yeah, I totally recommend reading The Chocolate Wars and Beyond the Chocolate by Robert Comier, but just be prepared by how fucked up it really is. And again, I'm sorry for the language, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment what books you want me to read, because I will be having so much time, potentially, on my hands to read any books. And I mean, if you want me to comment or to make a video about videos or anything, I mean, I'll do that too, because I know I'll be going to see The Hobbit sometime soon with my brother, so that'll be great. So maybe I'll put a video up for that. But yeah, just let me know what to do and tell me your thoughts. Have you read this book by Robert Comier? How do you feel about it? Yeah, and like, share, just, yeah, do all that stuff, and I hope you enjoy this video.